Welcome back to ARC Tutorials. This is HTML full tutorial series for absolute beginners. In the last episode, we learned about paragraphs. Very important, especially when you want to make your content readable, want to get some text into new lines, we'll use paragraph. We use the P tag to refer it to add as a P element, which is paragraph in the HTML page. Today we are learning about line breaks and HR. No, this is not about your HR in your company, but horizontal rule. Okay, let's go ahead and learn it. This is part 7 of the series. If you have missed out on the previous episodes, make sure that you go through all the previous episodes. That will set the basic foundation for you so that it will find it easy when you move to uh, other episodes. Today we are learning about line breaks and HR. Alright, so what is line break first, right? So we can get an element to move to the next line using break. Okay, line break, which is represented as BR. So keep it, you can remember it in short like BR. Okay, now break, what it does is it will get the text to the next line. Whatever content is there, if you add BR tag, from there onwards it will break that line and get it to the next line. I'll show you that in the hands-on also. And what is horizontal rule? Horizontal rule is nothing but a separate, you can think of a line to separate two content. Okay, if you want to separate two content, you can put a simple line. That's how you do it on paper, right? You can do it on HTML pages also. Okay, so the tag is HR. I think I wrote this by mistake, pardon me. Let's go ahead, do it in the action. So this is what we did in the last episode. So today let's jazz it up a little bit, but we'll use the new tags that we have learned. Okay, so remember, I will make a glossary of things that we have learned. We have learned about HTML tag, we saw head tag, we saw body, we learned from H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6. Okay, we have seen these tags so far. I'll make this as a running note so we know that what all tags we have covered, right? I hope you're getting comfortable in the paragraphs also we have used in the last episode. Today we are going to learn about break, which is BR, and we are going to learn about HR, which is horizontal rule. Alright, so we are building kind of a resume. Okay, it's looking like a resume, so let's start and make it more look more professional. I want a line, right? I want a line after experience, after education, after hobbies. So you can add HR, and HR is a self-closing tag. So you can just write HR and you see a line that goes, right? If you don't write this also, it's fine. There won't be any difference. Okay, I told you why also, because HTML is forgiving. So you can just write HR tag after experience, education and hobbies. So now you have three separate sections which are divided by line. So whenever you want a line under a particular content, however width you want, you can use the HR tag, which is horizontal rule. It will put a horizontal border kind of a line. Okay, horizontal line if you may call it. Alright, so now let's go ahead and add BR tag. Now I'll say I don't want to use paragraph. Okay, let's say I have worked as an front engineer in XYZ company in Bangalore, and I have experience in payment gateways. Okay, now this is what I have written, but what I want is I want this line to come in next line. Okay, and I don't want to use paragraph, so you can just say BR. BR means break it, so it will now come in the next right below it. Okay, but you see the difference between paragraph and break. When you use paragraph, the space is more. Okay, whenever you use a paragraph, the space will be more, but whenever you use a BR, it will come immediately after that. See, that's the difference between a BR, break and paragraph. So now people ask me, which one should we prefer? Okay, I would say don't use breaks in the code. The reason being that it doesn't work that way, right? Um, Again, it's subjective, but most of the times if it has to do with styling, you can do it in CSS. But if you want to just really get it to next line, you can use paragraph, right? That would be much better readability. Okay, think of it from a user experience perspective, that here it looks congested, but if you add a p tag here for the same and close it here, now see the space is more here. You see the gap between these two, line height, basically that's called a line height. So that will be more, right? That means you will have a better, good looking content rather than just having break. But that being said, there are some cases where you might want to have it immediately, like I'll show you right now. Now let's say you want to represent, say I'm saying country as, I'm saying typing address, right? So you will say 560.078, and then you will say I want immediately after this, I want, so you see here, and I want here to a paragraph, and inside this paragraph I want to, now see it makes sense to have here, right? Or you want, let's say, the pin code, the zip code in next line. So immediately if you don't want to give, you can give like this. That makes sense. I have wrapped it inside a paragraph because we know, we have learned that we can use tags inside tags, right? Remember? So now it looks much better, right? So see Bangalore pin code, and then like say if you want to add some address, right? Care of, let's say, tutorials, right? You can say core Bangalore. Now see it looks like this. Now I want to break Bangalore into the next line, so I can format it and do it like this and make it next line. I want this or two into next line. So now it looks proper address, right? So that's how you can use breaks and paragraphs, right? I hope it's clear to you the difference between paragraph and break. And what I want you to do is fill up this particular sections, hobbies, education, using paragraphs, breaks, and a combination of that. Okay, I am really interested in seeing what you are doing. If you want to show me, please let me know in the comment section. I can send you a Zoom link and I can review what you're doing. Okay, I won't charge you anything, it's free of cost. I would love to talk to you. All right, so that being said, work on this, complete your resume that we are building as part of our learning HTML. This today we learned about HR and BR tag. We use them inside the paragraph tag. Excellent, we'll keep this as a running notes. In the next episode, I'll teach you some more styles so that we can decorate, we can make our user interface much better, beautiful, elegant. Okay, get ready for that. We'll learn about styles in HTML in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining in this episode. I'll see you in the next one.